Y'all, welcome back to another episode of G-Man Fishing. This is going to be a fishing video, but first, let's get down to the basics, okay? Okay, we got the Amazon package here. I already know what's in it, but hey, let's go ahead and unbox it. Show it to you guys. I've already looked at it, done some things just to see what it was like. But anywho, unboxing it for you. It's the BFS, which is basically the Baitcaster's ultralight setup. It's the Corrado Shimano. I use a lot of these Shimano Corrados. I've got 5 of them. This makes the 6th one, I think. So anywho, let's go ahead and unbox this here. Get that out of the way because we want this to be a quick video. So I've done some looking at it. It's small, compact, it has a very shallow spool, so it's not going to hold a whole heck of a lot of line, but it's rated for 8-pound fluorocarbon or 15-pound braid. So we're going to go ahead and go with 15-pound braid. We're going to put that on today. We're not going to show you that, but we're going to put that on today. So basically it's my first ever BFS ultralight bait casting reel. It's pretty smooth. It's an 8-to-1 gear ratio, so it's a really fast reel. It's small, very compact. You can put the whole thing in your hand. Made for really finesse fishing is what the BFS is meant for. What does BFS stand for? Your guess is as good as mine. I have no clue, to be honest with you. What that means, I just know that that's the bait casting ultralight. So I hope to get a couple more of these and try a couple different ones out because I'm really curious to see how well it works. See, and I can push this and it'll spin pretty good. It spins fairly decent, so I'm cool with that. And then you just do that and it'll spin pretty good. And then you can open up the side here, adjust your tension on it and everything, your magnets and everything, which is right there. Those things right there are your magnets for your tensioners and stuff. See, I'm not used to doing this on my phone, so it's not like I probably should have done it on my camera, but I wanted to do it on my phone, less editing. So, and the spool comes out like that. Makes for easier spooling and everything because you can take it out, put it back in, start spooling it. Pretty nice little setup. We really won't know how nice it is until we get it out there on the water. And then you put it back on, latch that back up. And then this is this is another tensioner right here. Loosening it up, tightening it up. And then you got your free spool tensioner right there. Loosen it up, tighten it up. And that's, what we're going to say about that. So we're going to do that. We're going to line this with some 15-pound Power Pro braid. And then we're going to pair it with the Okuma. It's already got a reel on here, but we're taking it off because we're not kokanee fishing right now. This is my kokanee fishing rod. So, but we're going to use this because this is an ultralight rod. And that's what we want for that reel, is an ultralight. So this is the only ultralight bait casting rod I've got. So that's why I'm pairing this with this. And I'll probably just go ahead and buy another rod. That way I got this one rigged up at all times if I decide to go kokanee fishing or whatever. So basically this is the Kuma SST 7'6" length, light action because it's an ultralight. And hopefully it'll be good for casting that small thing. And so when we go out fishing at Haystack, which is going to be in this video, you guys will be able to see everything that we're doing. So now that we went over all that stuff, we've unboxed it, we've showed you the reel. It's rated for 8-pound fluorocarbon or 15-pound braid. It's a left-handed. I always do left-handed because I like the left-handed drills. It's a Shimano Corrado, and you know how I am. This would make, I think, the 6th Corrado I've got. So, you guys, there you go. So, we'll take it out Saturday, or out to Haystack. We'll give it a good go. We'll test it out and see how well it works. So y'all stay tuned for that video. And then over the next year, as I use it, we can get more in depth detail. And hopefully I'll be able to pick up a couple more of these, but in maybe different brands, just to give them a try. So y'all, stay tuned for the fishing part, because it's coming right after this video. We out. So y'all, this is the second part to this BFS video, y'all. Getting ready to try out the BSF for the first time. Got the reel all set up, lined up. Now we're going to put the jig head on there and jig. We're going to try a couple different sizes on this thing. We're going to make see what we can learn about this reel today, and just see what happens, because this BFS has got me curious for being a bait caster that's meant for throwing really light lures. I'm throwing a 1/20th of an ounce jig head on here today with the Z-Man Ned rig, and then we're going to try some other things, some other light lures on it, just to see if this BFS bait casting system is as light and as good as people are making it out to be. So we're gonna go ahead and get rigged up with the micro Ned, because that's a pretty light setup right there, and we're gonna try and see if we can get this thing to work in our favor for being a bait caster throwing ultralight whatevers today. Yeah, that's what we're gonna do. Hopefully you guys are going to enjoy this video and comment on it and everything else that goes with putting out videos for you guys. So so we got a 1/20th of an ounce, very small, very light jig head. Got to figure out which Ned rig we want to put on there first, because we just got a new order of Ned rigs coming. Z-Man Neds came in, and so we got a big selection to go with today. We're throwing, let's just go ahead and start with that one, since we've had it already. We're going to be soaking bait while we try this micro Ned. Oh. Well, not try, because we've caught plenty of fish on a micro Ned. And this might not be the best color to start off with, but that's the color we've chosen. That's the color we're going to start out with. If we want, we can try different colors. It don't matter. So we got the purple and orange right here. Gonna put it on here, and we're going to see how well we can cast this. Hopefully we can cast it a mile, not OL. That's part of being a YouTuber, is just trying different things, doing different things for you guys, seeing if we can't get things to work in our favor to benefit to you guys that watch the videos. Okay, there we go. It's a little bit cranky, but there you go. Micro Ned on. This will be our first cast and everything else in between. See how well it falls. It's not falling very well, but I got it all tightened up and everything. Well, it's not really that tight, because I've got everything fairly loose just to start off, and then we can tighten it and try different things. So here is the first official BFS Shimano Corrado cast. And that thing casts really good for being a bait caster and throwing ultralight stuff. On my other ultralight, or my other bait caster, I wouldn't have been able to throw it that far. I don't think I was going to bring the other one down, but for whatever reason I just decided to bring this bait caster. So I should have I should have brought the other one too, just to compare. But I wanted to have one out there fishing off the bottom, trying to get a trout on it, and this as well. So cast number one went pretty well. A little bit of a bird's nest, not too bad. So far it's doing pretty good. I think I need to tighten it up a little bit. And this is the braking system right here on the side. I said that in the beginning. I got it as loose as possible. We're gonna go ahead and tighten it up once to try to get rid of that backlashing. And it ain't a bad backlash because I'm doing the thumb control, but still just to see if we can't tighten it up a little bit so that we can cast it further without having a backlash on it. So it's doing pretty good. I'm enjoying it. It's able to cast it and everything. Cast as a micro lure pretty good. I wouldn't say it's great because I'm I'm still trying to figure out the whole backlashing because of the ice and my guides and stuff like that, or in my reel. That may be part of the reason why I'm throwing a little bit of backlash that I'm throwing. May, you know, have to wait for a warmer day not to do that. But so far, I mean, it's doing what they advertise. It's casting light gear, light tackle. Let's go ahead and tighten it up one more notch just to see if we can maybe get that not to do that. It's supposed to warm up a little bit, so that should keep my guides from freezing up and stuff. And a little bit later, and maybe, there we go, no backlash that time. You can do with an ultralight, and so I mean, it's casting great. I've got it dialed in. I'm not throwing a bird's nest. I don't have to use my thumb. That's what this is about. But now, going even smaller, can we throw something smaller without throwing a backlash, giving it that ultralight ability? So far, I mean, you can't ask for much more than that. I feel like if I was using a little bit heavier weight, I can dial it in even more. I can pinpoint my cast even better. But that's not what this video is about. It's about throwing light or different size jig head. We're going to go with the 1/64th ounce, which is quite a bit smaller than the 1/20th. I don't know if we're going to be able to cast it or not, but we are going to try anyways. And we're going to try a little bit different lure too. Instead of using a Ned, a micro Ned, we're going to use a Gulp minnow on it. So see how super tiny that jig head is? I don't even know if we're going to be able to cast it. We're going to try. We're going to try. For sure. Oh. Okay, 1/64 ounce jig head. Now this is gonna be oh man, I'm not so sure this is gonna work. I mean, if we can cast that light of a setup, that'll be something. I mean, that would just be outrageously crazy if we could cast that on here. I just don't see it happening. It's so light, so light of a setup. I just do not see that happening. I mean, I would like to think that it was possible, but I mean, come on, really? On a bait caster, I don't know. I'm just not so sure it can happen. All right, well, we're gonna go ahead and give her a shot. Can we cast a 1/64 ounce jig head? I don't know. You want to be my witness on if I can cast this? I don't think YouTube will even believe me. I mean, check it how small that is. I mean, 1/64.
Crappie jig there.
It's a gulp minnow on a crappie magnet.
Nice. Yeah.
I just don't see how I'm going to be able. I mean, no free spool whatsoever. But here we go.
Moment of truth.
Yep. If this ultralight BFS will actually cast something that light, I'll be surprised. It casted it. Maybe not the best, but it did cast it. I'll get it adjusted though here in a minute. Yep. I hope so. That is just crazy that it even casted it. The little ways it did. Hey, they got a nice one. Crazy. Well, y'all, I have to say I am impressed. It is casting. That's crazy. That is crazy, y'all. It's casting it. No backlash. Got it tuned. I mean, it's not casting it a mile, but it is casting it. Y'all. That is absolutely crazy, y'all. It's casting it. That is crazy. I'm gonna go lighter. Yeah, that's them. Yep. Yep. Fish on, fish on. Fish on, y'all. Did he come off? I think he come off. Nope, he's still on. He's still on. He's still on. I'm just gonna walk him this way. Away from that other rod. That's a good fish. That's a good fish. Depends if he swallowed it, I'll net him, but if he didn't swallow it, I won't. Good fish though, good fish. Good fish. Oh. It's performing like I would hope a new reel fish would perform. I thought I seen it go and I'm like, no. Sat there a second and I'm like, no. And then all of a sudden, pop, 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 pop. I'm like, yep, there's a fish. Nice. What flavor do we got? What flavor do we got?
That's another kokanee.
It looks like another kokanee.
I might eat that.
You want him?
I've never eaten them yet.
You want a kokanee?
Yeah.
You can have him.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's definitely a kokanee.
Let me go get my string.
Let's see if I can see what you're talking about.
Yeah,
See, there's no spots below the lateral line.
Gotcha.
See? Okay, yeah. You can have him. And that's another beautiful,
Yeah, it is.
beautiful kokanee. Yo, check him, check him. Beautiful kokanee.